And everybody,
Good morning.
we want to welcome you guys to episode 4 of Lifetalks.
Whew, 4.
This is going to be kind of a little bit of a free play day because I've got a ton of stuff on my mind this morning. I woke up with my brain racing about a million things that I could share with y'all. It's super hot outside, so if I look like I'm sweating, I probably am. I've pulled out the Christmas cup in hopes of cooling me down a little bit.
A little brain trickery going on over here.
I don't know. It's either it is hot and it is humid.
It is hot.
The H is hot, humid, and hormones. So
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
The 3 H's.
the trifecta. But so I was just telling Jennifer, we were just talking about. It's weird. Tomorrow's my birthday, and I'm going to be 57.
Happy birthday to you.
Thank you. It's kind of weird to think of yourself as 57 because, I'm not starting my 57th year. I'm wrapping it up, and that's even weirder because I don't know. Am I 57 or am I 58?
Well, you're 57, but a little funny note though. I argued with her last night at dinner that her birthday was next week. She was like, "No, it's not." I went, "Yes, it's next week. It's the 22nd." She said, "That's in 2 days."
2 days.
So I'm a little off. Sorry.
It has snuck upon me.
Yeah, we had a birthday dinner last night.
Yeah, it's just weird when you think of your life and that it's all gone so fast. And so that is probably one of the reasons that I do think about a lot. How do I want to finish my life, or who am I, and what do I want to do with my life? Those are big questions I ask because I always think, at 57, I'm gonna say 50. I am still 56 today, so I'm gonna claim it while I can. I am definitely in the last half of life and pretty much in the last trimester of life. So I really want to finish strong and do something to make this world a better place. But I was reading an article this morning, I think in the Wall Street Journal, that somebody had posted about the struggle of teenage girls and their identity.
Oh.
And it really, so that's been on my mind. Actually, it's been on my mind for a while because if we think that we are what the world tells us we are, it's not good. And if you get in the current of culture to try to figure out who you are, that doesn't really ever take you any place you really want to go.
No. Pretty hopeless.
It is pretty hopeless. And then, you put things, and social media is really, it has some great purposes, no doubt. It can be a really good thing.
Yes.
But it can also be a really bad thing.
Yes.
So even at like 57, 56, 57, I think also at 47 and 37, all of those years we do struggle a little bit with who we are and what the world tells us we are. And social media is really a funny thing because you can put a picture out there and we all know it. I mean it's just truth. People put pictures out there and they run them through 12 different filters to look like they don't look. To look like you, yes, not yourself.
That's interesting because, just a quick little interject there. I was scrolling through Instagram yesterday and there was an advertisement for an app. And, of course it showed a girl's face and it showed all of these different ways that you could run her face through this app or this filter. It showed it took a blemish off, it whitened her teeth, it smoothed her skin tones out, it made her lips a little fuller, and it showed the before and the after was supposed to be, this great moment that she's supposed to look amazing. And I thought, well, what is that telling her? It's telling her that she's not good enough in the raw picture. Yeah.
And she's probably whoever that is probably a beautiful person.
Oh, well, yeah, advertisement. She was beautiful before, and I thought, well, God, she was really prettier before. But again, like you said, that's our culture. And that was an ad that I don't even have those apps, but that was an ad in the Instagram that was showing you how you can be this amazing looking person. Yeah, and it's awful.
It is awful because A, it's not real. B, I think especially I don't care that much about that. I should probably tell people I'm 67 and they'd go, "Oh, you look great for your age." I don't know.
Maybe I should do that. No. I'm really 80.
Yeah, pushing 70 now. But I even at like my age, I mean, of course there's things like Botox and all that stuff out there to make me not look like who I really am. And that's fine for people that choose to do that.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with it, but
Yeah, but I mean, honestly, my opinion on that is I'm really thankful that I have the ability to age. I mean, that I'm still here doing this, because I have some friends who aren't with us anymore, who would love the chance to get a wrinkle or a crease or laugh lines. So, and plus, what are we gonna do about my neck and my knees and everything else that's fallen? So,
I don't know. But you've also got 20-year-olds. I mean, I have a almost 21-year-old that are getting breast augmentations, that are getting Botox, that are getting a little nip and tuck and lift, and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, at 20,
Yeah.
I mean, you look fabulous.
Yeah. But some reason,
Because they want to look like everybody else.
but what
or look better.
everybody else looks like, if you're comparing yourself to people's filters, that's not even real either. So I guess my point is, teenagers are struggling with identity and who they are by comparing themselves to something that wasn't real anyway. And where does that, just doesn't take you anywhere good.
And really, it starts, ironically enough, I mean, some of it's in elementary school.
Yeah.
I mean, there's young kids that I've read that are committing suicide because of that.
Yeah, I think the suicide rate
Yeah.
for teenagers is higher than it's ever been.
Yeah.
And that's just sad. Really, really sad. But there's a song out by Hillsong, and if you guys Google it, you probably are aware of it. It is "I Am Who You Say I Am," and that is that our identity really comes from God. So even me, I can't be just Bob's wife. I can't be just Beck's mom. If I get all of my identity from mothering, and then your children leave home, I mean, you're still a mom, but you're not mothering.
Identity.
So yeah,
there it goes. It's like a vacuum.
Yeah. So trying to figure out who you are and who God tells you are is huge. And Bob and I went to a thing with Bob Goff, that Dream Big framework in Nashville a couple weeks ago. I guess it's been a couple months ago now. Wow. Time flies. But we did an affirmation circle, and there were 50 of us, and 25 people sat in a circle, and then 25 people stood behind each chair. And the exercise is that the person behind you was going to lean down and whisper into your ear a word of affirmation.
Oh.
It was really, well, it was amazing, really, because you didn't have any idea it was about to affect you like it did. And so then the people standing would just move around the circle and whisper into all 25 people's ear by the time it was done. They just said, because there were a lot of us, just whisper in the ear the same thing to all people, but just tell them what you would want to hear. And the first person whispered in my ear and said, "I love you." The second person was, "You are enough." The third one was, "You are uniquely made." The fourth person was a guy, and of course we don't know who it is because the lights are down and you're not turning around, your eyes are closed. He leaned down and whispered in my ear and to everybody else, and we talked about it later, "I am proud of you." And oh my goodness, I could have slid out of that chair into the floor. I mean, everybody in the circle was weeping by the time it was over. And what was amazing about that is it was like you were hearing from God, just telling you how much He loved you. But we all need to hear the same thing. And as great as it is to throw a picture up on social media and people go, "Oh, you're beautiful. That looks so great. You're so pretty. Your family's awesome." I mean, all of the stuff that comes, and accolades are awesome, no doubt. They make you feel good for about 15 minutes. And then you got to get another picture out there quick.
It's kind of like a drug. You got to get a new fix.
It's an addiction. So the accolades we get from people and from the world all have a shelf life. The stuff that we get from God fills us on the inside so deep. I mean, God says it's like living water. It just keeps bubbling up inside of you.
Yeah.
So it's a struggle, and it's a struggle we all have with who we are and what we want. So we're just here to tell you that you are beautiful just like God made you. You are special and you are unique, and you were designed for a purpose. And don't be afraid to reach out. I mean, Galatians, I think it's 2:10 says you're God's masterpiece, designed to do something that he planned for you to do a long time ago. And I just think it's important in this world, especially, to know who you are and the other thing, who you belong to, because he's the only one that can really keep your cup full. And the world is going to disappoint you really quickly. You know, because you can go from hero to zero pretty quick.
Oh, yeah. 5.2 seconds.
Yeah. So
Quick.
anyway, that's really one of the things that was on my mind this morning. Like I said, I had a lot of stuff on my mind this morning, but it makes me sad that we measure ourselves against something that's not.
Well, they're humans. They're imperfect humans
who are putting up fake pictures.
Yeah. Your worth is so much more than a picture. I mean, my goodness gracious, it's two-dimensional. I mean, it's not even the real thing. It's not even a person standing in front of you. I mean, you might be in a store somewhere and a girl walks by that's stunning and you're like, oh. And I know guys do it too, but of course we're the girl. We know things from the girl's point of view, but that you think, oh, she is just stunning. She's stunning. But you're seeing a three-dimensional, not to compare yourself to her, but that is the real thing. Whereas in this culture, like you said, it's you're trying to make yourself stunning for 3,000 of your closest friends.
Yeah.
to see that you don't have a zit on your face and you have super white straight teeth, and that you're not overweight. You're not. I mean, everything is perfectly lined up. That is so not truth.
Yeah.
And I think that actually reminds me of what we say in real estate. I would rather see, we went through this whole phase in real estate of the glamour pictures, and photographers would go into houses and take these amazing, make a tiny little walk-in closet look like it's a cathedral. I mean, and everything looked perfect.
So great.
And we started to see a pattern when we would take buyers into it. They were so disappointed when they walked in the door because the pictures did not represent what the real thing was. So,
oh yeah, that's a great point.
Yeah. So we were like, we would rather take normal pictures that really show you what the house looks like, maybe even that aren't as good as the house, so that when they walk in, they're like, oh, this is so much better than the picture. I'm not saying take ugly pictures. I mean, nobody wants an ugly picture. But I'm just saying that sometimes if you underrepresent something, when somebody sees the real thing, they are so much more enamored with it and so much more surprised by the genuineness of the real whatever. I mean, the house, the person, the whatever. So anyway, that was kind of I know we really struggled with that, because we would tell people, say, okay, that these are the pictures that were taken of that house, but it's probably not what it goes. I mean, we were like trying to lower their standards of what the real thing was going to look like, as opposed to their standards being lifted.
Yeah, and then disappointed. So, yeah, I think just it's okay who you are is a good thing, and learning to just kind of embrace yourself, really, and love yourself just like you are, just like God made you, because God made everything good and everything perfect.
And wonderfully made. Like he knew us in the womb before we were even created. I mean, he knew us before we were created, and we were created for a purpose. So if he already knew us, we were actually a perfect creation to him. I mean, we were meant to be. Our destiny was to be born into the earth at the time that we're born in, and exactly the way he wanted us to be.
Yeah.
And and we combat the world with
that. And aging is a gift. So, like I said earlier, I'm really thankful I'm here. I'm really thankful that I can age. I wish I had friends that were still here aging with me. But
laugh lines means that you laughed a lot in your life. Yeah, I mean, embrace your laugh lines.
What a gift.
Your crow's feet, whatever. I mean,
absolutely. And really, I think as you get older, and really as you get younger, but definitely I think as you age, gosh, I hope that my beauty comes from the inside out.
Oh, absolutely.
Rather than just something very shallow. So that's really what I wanted to share with you guys today. And just let you know that you are wonderful. You're
It's
beautifully made. Yeah.
It's good.
So we love you guys, and we hope you enjoyed episode 4.
Bye.